Oh, okay. What's happening, everybody? We are here. We are live. We are doing our post PLE reaction, the hard truths, WWE Backlash live reaction here on the best network in all the land, the Executives View here live with the crew. The ring is set up, but everybody's starting to file out. We got the arena to ourselves. Everybody's going crazy outside, but the execs are inside the building, safe and sound, and about to break this thing down. I don't do this by myself. I got a slew of ladies and gentlemen with me. The man himself, Mr. Serious Arian Simmons, in the building with his cutoff looking diesel. What's going on there, Serious?
Man, I had to, loosen up a little bit, man. This PLE was wild, man. I thought the type of way, man, it's gonna work.
He reminds me, guys. He reminds me of Martin when he had that health fix and he was walking around with the cutoff. You know what I mean? Like, like that. But it's good. It's good to see you guys. It's good to see everybody. And I got the Queen at house, Mrs. Queenhausen, aka the Queen of Chaos, Stacey, in the building. What's going on, Stace?
Informed that tonight was a gun show, so I wasn't prepared. I thought we were here for a PLE breakdown.
We are here for a PLE breakdown. That's what we do. And then the kayfabe is still dead, never to return. Like gingerbread man can't rise up out of the coffin. It's dead. Mr. Steve in the building. Steve, what's going on, brother?
Nothing much, man. Like I said, I usually stay in gorilla except for times like this. So
he running from the background
right now. Y'all watching the post show?
Yeah. I'm trying to pay attention to the show.
Oh my God, that's so great.
This is perfect timing. We got the mini houses on the stage at the pro show. If you're watching on the apps there, but the biggest post show, mini housing fan in the world is Controversial Corey, aka I know ESPN Mad. Corey Housen in the building. What's up, Corey?
Yeah, if I'm ESPN, I'm trying to get my money back.
Oh my goodness!
This is WrestlePalooza all over again.
No
refunds. WrestlePalooza.
No refunds, please.
What the hell is on my TV right now?
Dude, you love it. Stop acting like that. Why you?
That's part of the whole night. That's what's on the TV right now.
Y'all said pure comedy. I can go watch Leprechaun if I want to see this. What are we doing?
Leprechaun is creepy.
Oh my God!
This is fun and campy.
It is. It's okay to have fun. It is. Okay.
My mom was here braiding my son's hair while this was on, and she said, "What the hell is that supposed to be?" I said, "Oh, that's supposed to be a vampire. That's why he held the mirror up." She said, "That don't look like no damn vampire I ever seen." Y'all still watching this stupid? And then I was like, I had to put my mom's out because this y'all are embarrassing me.
Listen, you're gonna be upset when I post a picture of you busting you out for real about your secret friendship with Danhausen and the Gingerbread Man. I was gonna post that one, but I figured you weren't ready for me to put you out on blast.
I'll block the page if I see a picture of me and Danhausen.
Oh no! Don't say it ain't so. He put moms out the house.
Corey, it's provocative. So. It gets the people going.
No, it's not.
Like him revved up for the show tonight.
Absolutely. Listen, we're gonna have some fun. Listen, we had the latest Raw episode. PLE episode, Backlash on ESPN Housing. Serious. I'm gonna start with you, man. Give me your overall grade for the show.
The silence says enough.
That's all we need to know.
Honestly, bro, I gotta hit you straight. This was a miss for me, dog. Everything from the Trick Williams, Sami Zayn joint, the Braun Breaker, Seth Rollins joint. You would think that having John Cena come out and make some type of dumb announcement. We'll talk about that in a minute. Would be huge, but this probably have to be a D. And that's me being generous. This was not a good show. I felt as though there was a lot of misses. I felt as though I was watching these matches with a lot of expectation, and didn't, get the expectation that was needed. I felt as
She was
though,
leaving anyway.
yeah, I mean, she was, you know what I'm saying, but ultimately, this was a miss. I spent a lot of time scrolling my phone, texting y'all than I did watching the PLE. To be perfectly honest with you, I mean, I kind of hope the creative do all this gingerbread stuff because I was bored. To be perfectly honest with you.
Wow. I mean, so you gave it a D, a
I
solid
get it.
D.
Yeah.
Wow. Controversial Corey, give me a grade for tonight's PLE.
First of all, we could fix all this if they just start putting the PLEs back on Sundays. Because at least I don't have nothing to do on Sunday night. Because I work Monday, so I'd be in the house already. You can't keep me in the house on a Saturday for this. I'm gonna give it an incomplete. It don't deserve a grade.
Damn.
Wow. He
It don't
ain't even gonna
deserve a
grade
grade.
your assignment. He's like, I'm gonna wait till tomorrow.
It don't deserve a grade. The only thing that kept me intrigued was literally after the show was over, the storytelling with Roman and Fatu. The match didn't keep me intrigued because I knew the outcome. But it's like
we all did though, bro.
We all knew the outcome. But I thought the match would be better, but it's no 2 weeks worth of a build for this kind of feud. And then you got Asuka and Io clearly letting us know that it's over. Like
we'll get there. We'll get there.
I know. I can't give it a grade.
Yeah. Okay. Kayfabe, what grade you give it tonight?
Yeah, I'm guess I'm kind of like closer to Corey than I am to Sirius, where it's like, I mean, I'll fall somewhere in the middle, give it like a D plus, whatever like that. It's just it felt like a episode of Raw or SmackDown. It didn't have a PLE feel to it. It was just some matches on TV. It didn't feel like anything special. It didn't, it's just. And I mean, I feel like that comes with the territory with like the ESPN type thing or whatever like that. I mean, we'll break down the matches like specifically like as we go on through this. But yeah, like a D plus, if you will. There were highlights. There were lowlights. There were more lowlights than highlights. I thought the Asuka and Io Sky match was really good. Like I'm a big storytelling guy, and if like they were just kind of telling the story, almost like of like the senpai kind of like giving, it was beautiful. It was a beautiful moment.
Yeah.
It was good storytelling. I'm a sucker for good storytelling. So that was the highlight of the night for me. And a close second is of course like Danhausen. It was pure cinema. It was amazing. It's like people tend to forget what wrestling started out as. And I will say this, and I feel like every time I come on here, I say this, there is still room for comedy wrestling. There is still room for the ridiculous. Wrestling at its core is ridiculous, okay? And I said this a million times. It's like I grew up thinking that a Samoan man was the best sumo wrestler in Japan, in Yokozuna, okay? Wrestling is ridiculous, and it's like, again, I'm not watching the post show. I have a UFC on in the background. If anybody needs real fighting, real like story, with like there's a UFC on right now. You know what I'm saying? If you need my Paramount Plus password, I'll give it to you. You know what I'm saying? So, but like I like I said, but that's neither here nor there. I just thought that at the end of the day, and me and Sirius kind of went back and forth on this when I said like, you know what, bring WrestleMania back to the arenas, because it's like, it's all overproduced. It's all like bells and whistles and ESPN, and Danhausen was on ESPN all week, and this stuff. Like, it's like, let's get back to it. And I feel like as much as Corey might not like it, I feel like for that 5-10 minutes, whatever like that, I felt like, you know what? I felt like it was like wrestling again, because like wrestling is not serious. People take it way too serious, but at its core, wrestling's not serious, guys. Like let's be serious here. So but like D plus.
Keep saying serious. I'm looking at serious.
If y'all like it, I love it.
But see, Corey, like you don't like it. but we love it. That's the issue. It's like
listen. Let me
love it.
That's the old adage is like, if you like it, I love it. Like we look me, Sirius, and Barry, we know what that mean when you say that. Stacey know what it mean too. It's like, what I'm saying, that's very African American coded when you say, "Oh, if you like it, I love it." So like, don't do that, Corey. Don't do that. Don't do that.
No, you can be like, listen, Corey. Let me share something with you. When I first started at WWE years ago, I had a conversation with my boss and talking about wrestling. He's like, "Oh, you're a wrestling fan?" Because I was just started at the ground level. Yeah, I watched it since I was a kid, man. It's great entertainment. It's like, and like, yeah, Vince. He doesn't like when you call it a circus, like, because back in the day it was carny folk. That's what it was. It was it's a traveling circus. You used to go from town to town, set up the big tent, have a show inside with all kinds of characters. It's a carny. It's a circus. And if you say that now to Vince, you might get fired. And that was the truth. So it's pulling back to that time when it was a traveling circus.
But I like our truth. I love Santino Marella. This just don't do nothing for me. But like I said,
you don't get that type of humor, and that's okay. That's okay. You don't have to get that type of humor, and that's fine. But we like it. I laugh. It's funny. I like dry humor.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like, I like dry humor in Airplane.
Y'all know why it bothers me. Like, it doesn't bother me because there's a market for it. People like it. My only thing is they're putting this on ESPN now. And now
I was going to get to that.
Hold on.
I was going to get to that.
See this on ESPN. When you see this on ESPN, and then you go out in the real world, and people are like, oh, you watched this stuff that they just showed on ESPN. Now I gotta sit down and I gotta argue with you because that's not the whole show. That's just a piece.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't want to get there yet, but I do agree with you, and I'll give you my take on that. The Queen Housing herself, the first lady executive's view. Give me your grade.
I agree, Corey. It was incomplete. I mean, to me, but this goes back to things that we've already talked about before, and I think we've talked about this in the chat, and we can see it resoundingly with other content creators and podcasters. I mean, we're barely watching SmackDown as it is, right? Because that's how downgraded the content has become. This, to me, didn't even feel like what we would have considered an acceptable SmackDown, because we got 5 matches. There were botched spots in almost every single match. And to Sirius's point, I made 30 gingerbread rest in peace pictures the duration of the PLE because I was like, yeah, this is boring to me. And to me, the highlight was, like everybody but Corey, I thoroughly enjoyed Danhausen. And the thing for me is I agree, Steve, I agree, Coach, because watching wrestling now 55 years, Wicked Bitter put up a post, or maybe it was Kayla Kayfabe this week, that said, when did you start watching wrestling? It was Wicked Bitter. And I said, I remember watching wrestling when the Fabulous Ones were tag teams regionally before WWF was even WWF in the 80s. And you're right, Steve. I remember the campy fun stuff, right? The crazy outlandish stuff that you would only see at regional wrestling matches that as a kid, I was like, oh my gosh. And what I love about Danhausen is I'm seeing those nostalgic little boy eyes in my sons the same way that I was at this age. And so I love that part of Danhausen that connects us back to our childlike love of wrestling. And so I posted on something while on our execs page, somebody put something and I said that Danhausen's bringing family back. And he really is, because you see the kids love him. And who would have thought some random vampire being that we were all like mad as heck about coming out of a box would turn out to be truly the one that's bringing families back to wrestling. So he, in my opinion, saved this entire PLE for me. I also agree that the only other thing that was really influential to me was Asuka, because you guys know in all caps I was like, oh my gosh, it looks like she's saying goodbye.
Yep.
Painfully losing everything, right? He's not wrong. But the reality is the matches that I thought would at least be okay, I didn't get anything out of those either. So this didn't even feel like a SmackDown to me, let alone something that people are paying money for. And then also we can talk about the fact that, and Corey, you're right. I know ESPN's got to be mad because, again, why am I going to pay to subscribe for this when the first 2 matches were meh? I know that's the goal. They're trying to get people to watch on their regular ESPN accounts and then go, oh my gosh, that was so great. Let me run over here and pay $30 a month to subscribe so I can watch the rest of it.
The way
nobody did that.
Though, like y'all said at Mania, Stacey, they were going to put these matches on, and we're not going to get the match we think we're supposed to get because it's on TV.
Right.
But the way to get people to subscribe is to give them that chaos.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
You got to give them the chaos.
Yes.
Yeah, the unpredictable, right?
That Breaker Rollins match should have been so much bigger than it was.
I thought it was a good match, but we're talking about
how many times is he going to miss doing his little flippy doohickey that for some reason my mind is going blank?
The Frankensteiner?
He did like 5 of them, and 3 out of 5 were absolutely botched.
I mean, listen, he's been
part of
doing
that goes
that.
on Seth. Part of that guy going on Seth.
No,
with that move, you need Breaker to correctly hook his legs for then Seth to flip over.
Yes,
or at least he's got to get up.
Yeah, you're right, Coach. He needs to be able to feel when it's time for him to flip.
Yeah,
and if his legs are so loose, I can see between his legs as a fan on TV. He's not prepared.
And then you can clearly see Seth's screw it. Let me just somersault off the top rope.
Here's
the thing about the ESPN things. If you're going to put 2 matches on ESPN, those matches have to be flawless. I don't care whose fault it is, but if you're trying to get people to then pay money from their free part and they have no investment or buying in them, they're not going to spend the money to do it.
I mean, listen, they're human. They're going to make mistakes, right? But I agree.
We'll talk about New Day in a minute, Brian.
They don't have to be flawless, but I feel like they need to be a hook. They need to want you dude, I need to tune into, stop what I'm doing on regular TV or what have you and tune in, at least in the U.S. market, because internationally it's all on Netflix, right?
Yeah.
But at least in the U.S. market, it's got to be to the point where I have to stop what I'm doing on regular TV and want to tune in to the ESPN app. And I don't feel like you got that on these matches. I don't think you got that on night 1 or night 2, except for Opa Femi. And I don't know if that was enough to hook people.
Yeah, you didn't even get it with that. What you need is the fans they're trying to reach that watch ESPN religiously that aren't wrestling fans. They need to get them to look at a match on here and say, "Oh, that the rest of this is fake. That was real though. I need to see what happens the rest of it." And it don't feel like that. You gotta the people that watch ESPN, and I know this because I have friends that say the same thing. They don't watch wrestling because it's not real.
Mm-hmm. And it's never going to be real enough for them.
But a lot of people
say earlier,
there's boxing, there's UFC. That shit's real. It's like, go watch that. Like wrestling at its core is sports entertainment. They are not fighting for real.
But I get what you're saying. And I 100% agree with you, Coach. But they're trying to get to those people. And to get to those people, you need.
Well, ESPN is trying to get to.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the problem.
But if that's who you're trying, if that's who you're trying to get to, then you need to have matches that find that gray area.
Yeah. But see, that's a mistake by ESPN because
it is.
I feel like this. Let's all put our cards on the table. If WWE was on ESPN Plus, would you guys be not subscribed to it? Would you guys be watching ESPN Plus?
No.
What do you get on ESPN Plus that you don't get on regular TV?
I only turn it on. I only turn it on
stuff like that.
I don't even watch those. I only turn it on for this.
Yeah, but I'm like,
I can't sit up here in front like during college football season. ESPN Plus is clutch for me.
Sure.
Yeah,
and that's different, right? So
I don't watch it. I don't use it at all. Like
no. Listen, and you're right. So look at it like that. So during the college football season, I had to go to ESPN Plus to watch UConn because it wasn't on regular ESPN. You have about 4 or 5 ESPN channels. You got ESPN, ESPN2, you got ESPNU, you got ESPN News, and then I think you got another one that's out there. And they weren't on any of those. It was on ESPN Plus, and I had to go to that app. But other than that, I probably wouldn't use ESPN Plus. So to say, like Corey, like they want their money back, I don't think they do, because they are still getting what they want. They get people into the app that weren't going to be in the app, and that app is like 50-50. I might use it, I probably won't. Like kind of like
even if I don't use it, I remember, and I know all y'all do. I remember paying for pay-per-views every month. So the $29 is not the $29 ain't an issue.
It's nothing.
Give me something. Yeah, but you got to give me something for that.
Right. No, I agree with you.
It's not for me the money, it's the quality of what we're getting.
Yeah.
And the reality is we're going to get to the spot, because we already know, you guys know that Hulu is about to be absorbed through Disney Plus, right? They're about to take that app and merge it this year by the end of the year to Disney. And then the next step of...
Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay.
You're good.
From what's been publicized, from what they have said, that's the goal, is that because Disney is the parent company, right? Mm-hmm. That they would like to eventually move into having everything in a one-stop shop. But I'm curious to see, because people are currently paying for Disney separately, ESPN separately, Hulu separately, what that looks like, where it is all in one place. So curious to see how that works. Because the reality is you're right. We're willing to pay whatever it takes, right? I'm still paying for Peacock. I'm still paying for all the things to get it, because if I want to watch Divas, I want to be able to find Divas. If I want to watch SmackDown from, 2011 with my boys, I want to be able to pull it up. So we're willing to pay for it. But the problem is with this caliber of a PLE, I would probably rather spend my time watching the old stuff than some of the new stuff. Sure. And that's frustrating as a fan, that my kids aren't getting the same caliber of product that we all had, because, and we talked about this on Wednesday night, because right now the goal for WWE is not the product, it's just the quantity of front facing that they can control.
Well, they want to control everything, and they want to get they want to be the sole controller. They want exclusive content, right? That like all the streamers that got cut down over the weekend. Why are they being cut down? Because of Club WWE. That's why. They want that content to themselves, and they want that exclusivity to them, to their channel, to their YouTube. Like, I don't want you to have to go to said content creator to watch my show. You need to either watch my show or go to YouTube and increase my views, so then I can monetize that channel, and then I can sell exclusive to Club WWE. That's why all those people got cut down.
Well, the problem is with that, though, is that they're still using, in every single show they do, at the beginning, you see some sort of reactionary content.
Yeah.
On their
I doubt they're going to do that. I doubt they're going to do that anymore. And I think that's hypocritical of them to use those people to get those live reactions. What was probably one of the bigger live reactions? Probably since Cena turned heel. And what was the opening reel of that show? Was all the content creators. You know what I mean?
Content creators.
And now you just basically cut their legs because you're selfish. So I thought it was ridiculous. I thought it was BS. But here, my grade, I'm not a harsh grader like Corey and Corey Housen and Steve Housen. But I do kind of sit with serious on this, and like it's no better than a C. I really give it a C minus. I thought the matches were okay, but to your point, you wouldn't be complaining about spending money for PLE if the matches were better, if the quality was better. Nobody would be complaining because it was cheaper. It's cheaper now than it used to be back in the day, or on par. It's on par. I'll say it's on par. But the quality is not good. I mean, I love Danhausen. I laughed my behind off the whole time I was watching it, but could that have been a SmackDown segment?
Sure.
Yeah, that's probably where you should have put it. Like I would like. Let's be honest. Why not put Fatal Influence versus Rhea, Charlotte, and Alexa on the PLE over Danhausen?
Which was a really good match, actually. Like,
Thank
I mean,
you.
like, yeah, like, which was a really good match. And as I'm watching, I was like, why am I not watching this tomorrow? While I was watching it yesterday.
Why isn't that match on the PLE rather than so
the whole segment with the with Naya and Lash coming up, like the whole segment could have been tonight, and that would have been fantastic.
Yeah,
that whole just segment. But I mean,
same reason why we have a monster on Monday Night Raw who's not on the card.
Yep.
I don't think you need him on the card yet because if you thought Jacob and Roman were rushed, I don't know where you go with him. I think you got a slow burn. I think you put him on the next PLE.
If you're doing the crap open challenge, you could have just did the crap open challenge at the show.
Yeah,
Oba should not be. If we're pushing Oba to the moon like we want to, Oba should not be not on a PLE card. Period.
Yeah, but too fast, too soon, right? Too much too soon.
I didn't say give him a big match. I'm saying
no. I know, but
well, I mean, like these European crowds are hot. They're white hot. Oba's gonna come out in Turin, and it's gonna blow the roof off. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna have to find something in the next couple of weeks to put him on that card. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure of that.
We'll probably bring Gingerbread Man back, and he'll face him and Sammy.
Oh my god!
We'll see. But I mean, listen, the first match of the night was Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker, which should have been a big match, right? It should have been a heck of a way to start the PLE. I thought I'd probably give it 3.5 stars at the most, and I think that's being fair. I think that's being generous. I mean, I'll kick it around the room, guys. I don't even want to point and direct. You guys just get in where you fit in. I mean, what did you guys think of this match?
If it was on Monday Night Raw, I would have gave it 4 stars, but it wasn't on Monday Night Raw.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
PLE. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead. Look, I can grade every match for you right now.
Well, we got to give everybody a chance to. He said F.
Yeah, your Corey's like Seth and Braun. F. Like F. Sammy and Trick. F.
Yeah. What is this? Turn in your way, like a whole bunch of red marks all over the match, right? But I mean, like, listen, Stacey mentioned it with the botch Frankensteiners. Listen, Braun, this is why I don't think Braun is ready. And everybody screamed at me when he's like, give him the belt over CM Punk. Like, nah, bro, he needs work. Stop doing the Frankensteiner. Stop.
Yeah.
It's not your thing, dude. You got a lot of other things you can do in the ring. He's super talented. That one move, let's put that away until we can figure it out. Listen, the Frankensteiner was a freak move by a freak athlete. There's not a lot of people like Scott Steiner.
Well, he wasn't doing it off the top rope either.
Right. He was though. That's
but for the most part, like the Frankensteiner, which was like kind of his finisher, he was doing that shit just like standing up like a broad jump and like doing it.
No, but he would do it off the rope. The thing was, he was so athletic and so strong. He would have.
He's a genetic freak. There, you
he would jump up and from the rope and do it. Braun's trying to run up the rope and do it and making it worse. Like, you can't do it, bro. Just stop. You
know why he's doing it extra not the way his uncle did it, because people spent so much time saying you're not your uncle, you got to do something different, that he decided he was going to try to make it harder on himself, and he didn't have to.
Right.
It's just pointless.
I mean, when he does it correctly, it looks fantastic. It's just like, man, like you are batting like 230. Hitting this shit.
When you're landing 2 out of 5, that's not good.
No. If it was figure skating, you wouldn't have won. You know what I mean?
No,
like,
you're
you get
not
so
even
many
gonna
deductions.
place.
You know, in baseball, if you get 3 hits out of every 10 at bats, you're like pretty good. It's like not in wrestling though. Not when it comes to
Hey, one thing we not gonna do. Hey, Brian, I got your back. We not gonna crap on Brian all night. Hey, Brian, I got you, dog.
No, it's just the one move.
It's not.
He's
He's
fantastic. It's just the one move. I'm not crapping on him. It's just like, man, like stop spamming the
Coach. You not crapping on him. Stacey not crapping on him. But me and Villa been having this argument for a year now.
I don't really care because that's my feeling. It's the truth.
My only thing is, and I just want to say this. He needs to stop doing that, like from the apron, like lariat or whatever like that. Every time he does that, I cringe because I'm like, Bron, you're gonna hurt yourself or even the person who you're trying to hit with it. Like, stop doing that. I'd rather him do 12 like Frankensteiners than do that one time.
You, like, go back to the lab and figure out something else to do, man. Like, I mean, listen, serious. I've said it. I don't think he's ready. I think he's close. But when you look at Oba, and Oba's a complete package and doesn't miss, and then you got Braun that came in, everybody thought he was going to go shoot right to the top, and he misses. What are we talking about here? Serious? Am I wrong, or am I being a
the bigger version of Sami Zayn?
Oh, jeez.
He's a muscular version of Sami Zayn.
I ain't okay. So I said he wasn't ready, and Serious took the gloves off.
Travis is like,
wow, that's what he is. Like, the thing is with him is he misses, but when he misses, it's so blatantly obvious.
Yeah.
Right.
And so the biggest thing that we crash out about Sami Zayn is the fact that his character is dead and he needs a revamp. I will agree to that. He misses and he misses badly. And so if we're going to crucify and drag Sami Zayn for his slips and misses and all the things, then unfortunately Braun Breaker has to catch him in this. He has to catch this fade as well.
You got to catch it.
I don't think Sammy slips and misses. He's tight as fuck in the ring. It's his character. It's his character arc that we don't like. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I've seen Sami Zayn botch moves more in the past year and a half than I've ever seen anybody ever. Maybe besides LA Knight.
No, whoa. He's from an LA Knight category. Anybody heard from LA Knight? We got to put him on a milk carton.
Has anybody checked on Travis? Because y'all are killing all of his favorites right now. Y'all just on-feed all of his top three.
Thoughts and prayers.
This man
Look at Bitter about to do a whole bitter pill on us.
This man with a straight face at 9:40 p.m. on a Saturday night just said Braun Breaker is a bigger Sami Zayn. If that ain't the most disrespectful shit I done heard on this show.
I'm sorry. Mom, I'm sorry.
I apologize for the cussing. That is ridiculous.
Tell me I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
Can you refute him? Go ahead.
So the fact that you told me I'm wrong makes me believe I'm right.
Hold on.
No, because you didn't think the main event would be good tonight, and I thought it was a pretty good match. So
I thought it was a pretty good match.
I thought it was a pretty great match, and Jacob proved that he needed to be in that match. But
wait, you thought the main event was trash?
Hold on, we ain't to the main event yet. He just said it was trash. We on Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn is getting crapped on for one reason only, and Coach already said it. His character's dead. It ain't about his ability. I said in the chat, Sami Zayn's a beast in the ring. That's not his issue.
Let's not.
Braun Breaker is still the future of this business.
Cool. Yeah, absolutely. That's great.
He's not the now. People want him to be the now, and he's the future.
I'm gonna say this right now. What's the date? May what? 9th?
Say his name and he appears.
Dude, first of all, everything.
I believe in Minihausen.
Everything you're killing.
I know you're crashing out, Travis.
Everything you're killing Braun Breaker for in a year. Hold on, no. Everything you killing him for in a year, you're gonna say about Oba when they put him in the top spot because he's gonna have some misses too.
Everybody misses. Nobody's
I'm not sure why Oba's coming in here.
All right, no. Let's clear the runway. Let's clear the runway for Minihausen. All right,
Travis.
Yo, what up? I was crashing out. You guys hating on all my dudes.
I'm fighting for.
Yeah. Me and Corey had your back because it's like again, like I said, if you want to talk about Sammy's character and like however he's being booked, that's one thing. His in-ring ability is not the question.
Year and a half.
For sure. Yeah. His character is not where.
his
character needs development a little bit right now, for sure. Like he
has been mid. And so if we're going to sit here and do the comparison and say, well, Braun Breaker is missing spots in the third, then I'm sorry, he is a bigger, muscular version of Sami Zayn.
I think it's flipped, though.
No.
I think it's flipped, though, because I think it's flipped. And Travis, I'm gonna let you talk. I think Braun's character is fine because he still gets a pop. He gets over. I think his work needs a little tweaking. I think he needs to clean up his act in the ring. Mm-hmm. Sami is the opposite. I think Sami's work in the ring is still pretty good. I think his character is going through a shift. I don't think his character is bad. I think I kind of like what they're doing, making him look like, okay, this is my last chance. You're making a joke out of me, and I got my ride or die fans, but I can't hear them. It's kind of like, Kurt Angle back in the day when, he thought everybody loved him. And he's like, no, we're booing the hell out of you. You know what I mean? So I kind of like that. They lean into it like, dude, nobody likes you because of what you did to Melo. And you made it worse. So Minihausen, I mean, you're fighting for your life here.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, I'm so worried about Travis right now.
I know. He's like R. Kelly series. He's like, I'm fighting for my life, man.
But this is why Sami was perfect for Trick, though, because, and I was saying it while I was watching here, it's like everybody doesn't like Sami right now. So it's like it makes Trick even more likable than he already is. It's helpful. If you had put, this is why I was saying, if you had put Carmelo versus Trick, the audience is going to be divided. Don't you want to like elevate, dude? The whole night, right? The first two matches, Seth Rollins versus Breaker. You got a veteran in there making the younger guy look good. Then you got Sami in there making the younger guy look good. Like they did it throughout the night. You know what I mean? Like it's perfect pairing. I thought it was great. I agree though, but Sami needs to fully adapt and accept the heel stuff, and then kind of go in a different direction. Because I love Sami. But I agree. His character right now is kind of like a little bit in limbo. Like you don't really know. He's kind of like riding the edge of like, is he finally going to crash out and officially do it? But like, I don't know. I still like it. I like to see where it goes. I'm happy that Sami made, I don't know if you guys touched on it already, but the amount of time given to the matches tonight, they made up for it for the amount of time given to them at WrestleMania. Like they really put on some good matches tonight with the amount of time they've had.
In comparison to what they had before.
Yeah. I mean, you had 7-minute matches go on at WrestleMania, which was a disgrace because that was a walking billboard. I think you got longer matches this time. But I think the consensus on the Braun and Seth match was that it was average at best. Like, I think with those two, it could have been better.
I have questions.
All right, we got answers.
How can Sami's character affect his in-ring work?
We just talked about this. You're the only one here who thinks his in-ring work is slacking. The other people on this show think that his character needs work. So you tell us how his in-ring work should improve, sir. Because you're the only one who thinks that it's lacking.
Yeah,
right. What did Sami do
about his ring work?
It sucks. Again, his whole in-ring persona is trash.
No, that's the persona.
Let me talk. His own in-ring persona is trash. His move set, his skill set doesn't look like it's sharp and it's the same. It's like it's like when you start your car and you need to put oil in it and it doesn't run smooth. You feel me? Like you see it trying to do what it needs to do, but it doesn't hit. And like the transmission.
Bro, do you see how much better Trick has gotten since he's been working with Sami Zayn?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like, come on, dog. Like
Trick was serious. Trick was solid before he got into the ring with Sami Zayn. What are you talking about?
Can I say something?
He came up from the next stretch pretty straight.
Can I say something? And this is the only thing I'm gonna say left on this subject because Sirius has been disrespectful since we started.
I am in a mood.
If Sirius says I'm gonna stand 10 toes down on it, he's wrong, and we can all just agree to move on. Whenever he stands 10 toes down, he ain't right.
I respect it though.
Oh yeah, I definitely respect it. He gonna die for his, but he's wrong.
I mean, so yeah. Listen, we can get to Sammy and Trick if you want, but I mean, cleaning up Seth and Braun. I mean, Stacey.
Hold on. Before you get to Stacey, let Travis acknowledge what Sirius said, because I don't know if Travis heard the blasphemy that came out this man's mouth. He said Braun Breaker's just a big Sami Zayn.
Yeah, I thought maybe my Wi-Fi cut out or something. I didn't know if that was like legit, brother. No, that has to be one of the most god awful takes I've ever heard. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way, dude.
They're still hope in this group after all. Thank you. That's all I needed to hear.
I mean, Travis, you want to elaborate
on Breaker being a more muscular Sami Zayn?
Yeah.
As far as what is the what you think is botchy?
Serious. You think because he's sloppy, right?
Yeah, it's sloppy.
They're not. They're not even on the same level, dude. Sammy is years ahead in ring than Braun Breaker is, and Braun Breaker
his in ring work should be significantly better than it is.
Who, Breaker?
No, Sammy.
Bro, Sammy's one of the best in ring performers like in the past decade or two. Like, what do you mean? What do you want it to be? Wait, is it because he does the same moves? Everybody in WWE does the same moves. Like everybody.
Again, over the past year and some change, it looks like he's struggling to perform his moves. I've seen him slip. I've seen him struggle.
I just don't see that. I just don't see that.
Dude, Sammy is one hell of a seller. I think most of the time when it looks like he's struggling, I think that's part of what he is. He's supposed to look like this, like desperate, like just trying to exactly. He's been built as an underdog his whole career in WWE. So it's like every move, it's like he's doing his giving his last breath to complete it. Like it's gonna look like it's a struggle. I don't. But as far as him like messing up and botching, I don't think I've seen Sammy do that in a while. Did he do that tonight?
No,
I don't think so.
No,
I didn't see it.
Nah, I don't think I saw
that. For
the
last year and a half, he's been sloppy as fuck. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry.
The only thing I could say was sloppy is when he gave the haluva kick to Little Yachty, who is not an in-ring performer.
Oh, that was awesome though. The way he felt.
Yeah, I know. But that's the only thing
Yachty sold it though. Like Yachty was like, oh.
Yeah, but then he was up like 30 seconds later, like he didn't just get a kick to the head.
Yeah, he was totally fine.
We need a new rule. If Sirius show up with a cutoff one from now on, we put him out until he go put a shirt on. Because he wilding.
Sirius, take it off, man. Oil up. Let's go.
Oh my god! But I mean, Minihausen, aka Travis Wicked Bitter in the house. Thank you so much for coming in. What did you think about the Seth Braun Breaker match, real quick?
I actually really liked it, to be honest. Like I feel because the time they got so much time to do this. I think there were a couple of spots where I felt like it could have been a little better. Like Breaker, like I think Breaker's a little too aggressive, where sometimes he doesn't execute perfectly. But I don't think he's ever going to be that kind of wrestler, to be honest with you. I think he's just going to be like this explosive guy who just like balls to the wall, goes crazy all match long, and I'm okay with that. I don't think everybody needs to be like this perfect, like 5-star technician in the ring. Sometimes it doesn't work for everybody. But I thought the match was great, dude. Like, it had some good false finishes in there. And then I think the right person won, obviously. If I was thinking that, like, if this was going to be the match at Mania, I was going to say Breaker would probably win because I feel like it's WrestleMania and he needs it, like a big win like this. So that's why I kind of thought he was going to win at Backlash, since they just pushed it over a month. So I think the right person won, and I think it was his best match on the main roster, and like this was the biggest win for him. So I'm cool with it. I liked it.
I don't think it's his best match on the main roster. I thought his match with Punk was better.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Okay.
The only match that I would say is close is the match with Punk.
Yeah, that to me is close, but I still think I like this one better. But
what's the common denominator? What's the common denominator? Braun in there with two of the best in the business.
Yeah. Glaze and praise, baby. Glaze and praise.
Everything Villain dislikes about Braun is what I like about him. I don't want him to be perfect.
He's reckless.
I don't want it to look good. I want it to look like he's actually in there in a fight. If I'm fighting, it's not going to look good.
But if it comes to a part where he's being too reckless, where he's either injuring others or himself, then I can understand some criticisms and stuff. But like, and
That's where I
he
want him
comes,
to dial it back.
yeah, he comes close sometimes, and I'm just like, damn, dude, you know, you don't want to like literally murder the guy. Like, just we get it, you know what I mean? He's gonna get another hernia just for like spazzing out.
I don't want him to calm down because that's his character. Like Corey and Minniehausen are saying, like that's who he is. But that's not the long game for him. It really isn't. And like he's not going to be doing that in 10 years. Like being balls to the wall, going hard. Like he's going to be in his 40s doing that. He's got to. I feel like you got to bring that out when you need it, and when you don't need it, let's be methodical. That's my only thing.
I think the reality is he's with Heyman right now.
Yeah.
And that's why he's doing that. That's why he's like unpredictable. That gives us the opportunity for Heyman to help grow him and mold him like he has with all of the other wrestlers he's been connected to, right? Mm-hmm. So we know we're not going to see the same Breaker now that we'll see in 10 years because we're going to get to see an evolution of him because that's what Heyman does. He takes good to great. That's who he is. And that's why he's connected to him.
That's why he's going to be with Oba next.
That's right.
Who?
So I can't imagine. I don't think we'll see this long term, but this is perfect for him as the losing his cool, crashing out quickly and doing unhinged stuff because it makes sense for his brand, right? So that also allows Heyman to start teaching him to do different things to evolve because he can't be perfect now because that's kind of the point.
Mm-hmm. So y'all gotta look at it like this, and I'm only thinking about it because it's on my TV. Yeah, look at it in terms of sports. When LeBron was younger, LeBron was flying around, he dunking everything. He got older, he learned how to slow down and play the game a different way. That's when Brian gets a little older, he'll slow down, he'll learn as he goes. But
I hope he makes it there though, because like you talking about
true.
attorney
That's
and
true.
stuff, you know what I mean? Like that's scary, man. He didn't do anything but to himself to get a hernia. And the hernia is probably, I don't know if you guys know, serious, maybe like that's the worst kind of disc problem to have other than a completely ruptured disc. You know what I mean? Like that's pretty bad. So I get it. He is the unpredictable badass. That's his character. So, and that's what the fans gravitate towards. But for me, I just, I'd rather you be slightly predictable so that your matches look a little bit better than what they could. Because Seth Rollins can work with anybody, and I felt like that match should have cooked a lot better than that did. But I mean, the other ESPN 2 match, right? ESPN 2 was on. Was Sammy and Trick, and we got Little Yachty, we got the kendo stick, candy cane, we got dollar bills, not $100, dollar bills flying around after the match. Serious, what did you think about the match?
It sucked.
Man of a million words. Stacey, what did you think about the match?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think that just in general, it could have been better. And I'm going to circle back because I didn't get a chance to kind of.
Yeah, my fault.
With what that is. I don't agree. I mean, y'all know of all of you, I am the least Sami Zayn fan. I've been on that stand from the beginning. I'm not a fan solely because of his persona. Because you can't be underdog for so long until you shouldn't be there. But from his ring prowess, and even in the last year and a half, and I need to Google to see who all it was, but he's been consistently one of the guys when someone new comes in, he's the one that they wrestle him because he is an excellent wrestler and he can make you look great. So I agree, and I don't remember who said it. I don't know if it was Coach, maybe it was Villain. I'm not sure that he's supposed to look like that. He's supposed to look like he's unsure and he's concerned or he may not make it. But from his actual ring ability, he's been consistent beginning to end. He has never faltered from that. So I think the difference of what we see is the emotion that he puts in it to make it look that way. But I can't talk negative about his prowess from his in-ring ability because I'm not a fan. I've never been a fan unless he becomes this serious heel that like starts killing everybody, and then I'll be here for it because I love a great good guy that turns into a super heel. That'll be my jam. But he's good in the ring, and I agree. We've seen him grow because I did see the foot end of Trick in NXT, and I think his in-ring abilities improved. I think his mic skills have gotten even better because Sammy feeds him well. I think I'm ready for them both to move on to something else though, because I think that we can see a crash out for Sammy that would include a great heel run, especially on SmackDown, because that's what we need. But I mean, I think you're right. The match was okay. It wasn't great, but I don't think any of the matches tonight were super great.
No, I thought it was okay. I agree with you. I think this feud is over. I think you could put it in the books. I think you got to give Sammy something else to do. They keep teasing him crashing out on probably like Corey Rhodes, or somebody like that. So I don't know if Cody will be preoccupied with Gunther, but I don't know how you get Sammy to get that full heel turn. But Steve, what did you think about this match? Trick versus Sammy.
I mean, yeah, it was good. I mean, like, it was good. Like, it wasn't great. It wasn't like a 5-star match. I mean, it was good. I enjoyed. Like I said, I'm a big Trick Williams fan. I have been for a long time, and like I mentioned earlier, this was a good program for Trick to get into with a vet, with someone who has like the, can kind of like show him the ropes, if you will, and kind of like get him ready for like the next thing. This was a good kind of like entry level feud for him, working with somebody like a Sami Zayn. But I do agree with Stacey that I think this is over, and I think it is time for Sammy to go on to something else and for Trick to go on to something else. What that is, I don't know. But yeah, like I said, if this was the last time these two hooked up, it's fine. I'm not clamoring for another match between these two. To be quite honest, I feel like we kind of put a period on the end of that sentence. But like I said, I don't think it was just like this terrible match full of botches and just everybody. Oh my God, what are they doing? But again, Trick is still kind of young in the game, if you will. And this, like I said, this was a good entry level thing for him working with a vet, and like Sammy's good. Sammy's good. They'll find something for Sammy to do. But I'm just interested to see where Trick goes moving forward. But like for the most part, I enjoyed the match. It kept me entertained. I wasn't looking at my phone during the match, and that's the key thing. Is like, am I looking at my phone while this match is on? No, I actually was watching the match. So, yeah.
I was enjoying my lemon pepper wings while I was watching this match. I got to be honest with you. So, I agree with you. I think it wasn't a great match. I thought it was a good match. I think Trick. One thing that Trick is starting to really do is get the crowd involved in his match. So, like when he was stomping Sammy in the corner, he had them
that.
like,
I really love that.
So, like he's starting to get that, and some of his ring work has really just gotten so much better over the years. It's really fun to see his progression, his growth in the ring. So, I'm ready for this one to be over too, and I'll be interested to see where he goes. He's got to be a babyface. I mean, when you got Nia and Lash coming out on SmackDown and they're saying "whoop that Trick" to Lash, like
he doesn't have to be a face. He could be exactly what he is.
What's that?
He doesn't have to be a face though. He could be exactly what he is.
Yeah, no, I kind of agree. Like he can
just be
Trick
Williams. He doesn't have to like again. And
I've
said this before.
No, right.
It's like I feel like we're past like heel, face, heel, face. Like there's like we're I think like again at the end of the day wrestling is heel face, but I feel like there's a gray area these days where it's like I mean just let Trick Williams be Trick Williams. If people want to boo, they'll boo. If people want to cheer, they'll cheer. But it's like don't put him in the box of he is a face or he is a heel. Just let him cook.
Because even the traditional way of a babyface working a match, getting pummeled and then getting getting back into the match and stuff like that, that wouldn't fit Trick. That doesn't fit him. You know what I mean? So to your point, let him cook. Travis, aka Minihausen, what do you think of the match?
I might be like in the minority here, but I actually really enjoyed like the whole night. I don't know. Like I just think compared to like WrestleMania, like this was kind of just like a fresh air kind of thing for me. I don't know. Like the matches all had time to it. I think the right people won. I think the right people stood out and got to show out like Trick and and Breaker, like these were like, they were like big matches for them, and like they looked great. And now it's like, and it's like after this show, if you walk away with nothing else off from the show, you can at least look at Breaker and look at Trick and be like, all right, now I can see where like these guys are going to be the future. Like these were the matches that kind of solidified that. You know what I mean? We already knew that they're going to be, but like this definitely freaking helped. This like boosted them. Like I think they both look great. Like Trick came out looking like $1 million. Like I don't care if he's a heel or a face. Like if you told me tomorrow that Trick is going to go for that WWE title and face Cody at the next pay-per-view, I'm like, yeah, I mean, that checks out. I'm cool with that. Like I believe it. You know what I mean? Like, and Breaker the same. Breaker versus Roman eventually, I think, is going to be a match down the line at some point.
I want to see that.
Yeah, and I think the build and everything is going to be great for that. Like I don't know, I liked this match, but I agree. Like I'm kind of ready for them to move on too. It's just whatever Trick moves on to, I think you got to put him with another veteran. I still wouldn't do Trick versus Mello yet. I think that's something you got to like build a good amount for.
You got to put that in the crock pot. You got to let that cook.
Yeah, exactly.
That's SummerSlam, right, Steve? Like that's SummerSlam.
No, I think Trick and
Mello, I'd even go further than that.
I think they will be a WrestleMania main event one day.
Ooh.
Not next year. Down the line, it could be a WrestleMania main event.
Sure.
And I'm not saying next year. I'm not even saying 2 years, but like down the line, because these are two young guys who they have the history. These guys could be a WrestleMania main event down the line somewhere.
I think a cool way to do it too is if they kind of copied what they did with them on NXT to a degree. Yes. Like if you could kind of
run the same play, it worked well in NXT.
Let them team up. Like people love them both, and then have Mello be the one that goes heel, and then like because Mello works good as a heel, I think. And then you could have Mello and Trick. Like that program would feed families, dude. Like people would be so invested in that. I truly believe it. So that's the way I would do it.
I agree with you. Yeah, I would put them together for sure and let them cook together for a little while, shine off each other, help each other out, and then eventually you just separate them, and then, like you said, it'll feed families. Corey Housen, what do you think about that match, real quick? And then I want to get to the other matches, and we got to move. So,
match was a good Friday Night SmackDown match. There wasn't a match on here that felt like a PLE match to me.
Okay.
But yeah, that's my take on the match. But I gotta say something to my dog Travis, because I don't like what he just did. you just and you my dog. I love when you on here, man. You just flat out said that Trick and Mello need to run the same play again.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you're the main person that don't want the play to be ran again in the bloodline.
You knew that was coming, right, Travis?
I knew that was coming.
Bro, because the bloodline story was like 5 damn years long, dude. And it
still feeds families.
And also in his defense, it doesn't count if it was on NXT. Because
it doesn't count because only Coach was watching NXT anyway, so it doesn't count. Yeah. I was the only one watching it, so it doesn't count.
We can't talk about it being run back because Corey and I didn't see it in the first place, and the majority of fans didn't see the first place.
All I want to say,
new to us.
Well, you guys are in for a treat because it was one of the best stories ever told in NXT.
Oh, so I'm sure it'd be amazing.
I say that to say this. I only brought this up. No. When I contradict myself, Travis better shut the hell up.
He needs to come harder.
What you mean?
I'm going to contradict myself at some point, and you're going to let it go.
All right, you get one. You get one then. You get one.
That's awesome.
Everybody gets one.
So really quick, so Asuka and Io finally had their match. I thought it was a really good match, but it looks like that might be it. So I think as soon as the match was over and the way that they ended in the ring was great, but it kind of left questions. And Sirius did bring it up in the chat that, there was some not cryptic messages, but it was a post with Asuka playing Frank Sinatra. I did it my way. And if you know the lyrics, then you know the lyrics. Thank you for bringing that up. This might be her last hurrah in WWE. Serious, I'll let you go first. I mean, you could talk about the match. You could talk about Asuka. Take it where you want to take it.
Honestly, I didn't do this match a good deal of service because the whole match, I was waiting for Kyrie to show up.
Yeah, everybody was.
And so I can't I can't say that I liked it. I can't say I didn't like it. I mean, these two have tremendous chemistry together. It's a damn shame that, in my opinion, this probably may have been the match of the night, because these two have so much damn chemistry together. But if this is Asuka's last time in the ring, what a way to go out. You know what I'm saying? With your mentor or mentee, if you will, in Io Sky. I really felt though she may have deserved a little more flowers than she's gotten if this is it. For what she's done, for the WWE, for NXT, and everything surrounding it. But the match I felt was pretty. I felt it was okay. Io got her spots in. Asuka did her thing. And again, if this is the end, then what way to go out?
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I mean, Stacey, what did you think about this match and the repercussions of Io in Asuka?
I thought it was a good match overall. I wasn't expecting to see Kairi Sane. I wasn't at all, because I don't think we'll ever get that return again, like we got with R-Truth last summer. I think with seeing all the other things from a financial and business standpoint that we're seeing from TKO, I don't think they're going to use this as a work. I don't think that they're going to do anything where they release somebody or fire somebody, then all of a sudden they come back, because they're trying to stand on business right now. So they're not going to use that as a storyline. So I wasn't expecting to see Kairi at all. I will tell you, after seeing her being there, she's in Tampa right now. It doesn't surprise me that this is probably Asuka's last match. I'm sure that's why she was there. I'm sure she was there to see it, whether in a suite or whatever, but that's why she was there. I think that if this is her last match, I hope it's her last match at WWE and not her retirement match. Because if she's retiring, it should have been on WrestleMania. It should have been, she should have gotten that opportunity for it to be at a major PLE and not at the least important PLE of the year. Also, the second to last match, which is usually one of the least important matches. And also, if she was retiring, there should have been a little bit at the end for her, other than them crying, embracing, and then being done. I don't think that the match was good. Of all of the matches, I think it was, from a wrestling standpoint, the best match of the night. But I just don't think that if this is her retiring, she didn't get enough. And if it's her leaving WWE, I'm sure this was probably part of everything else that's happening. They just gave them this match so they could tie this storyline up with a bow and then whatever. So, I mean, I thought it was good. I just don't think that it's clear as mud what's going to happen, but clearly she's probably not coming back. So I'm just curious to see if this was a retirement, or if this is just she was also released, or she's not taking the pay cut. And so she's finishing this and going on her business.
I don't know. That's the $1 million question. Like, is it a money thing? Is she leaving because Kairi left? Basically, she left because she wanted to go back home and she wanted to be with her significant other. So,
well, she said that wasn't true. She was like, "Don't believe everything."
Oh,
that was TKO saying that.
Yeah,
I apologize. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. Thank you for correcting me, Steve. The villain is never right all the time, clearly. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, listen, did it have to be at Mania? Not necessarily. AJ was at Rumble. So
I mean, but it was that was a full circle moment for AJ.
Yeah.
Like,
Sure.
like debut at the Rumble,
absolutely.
end of the Rumble. The Rumble, him ending at the Rumble has significance.
PLE, though. It needs to be at a major PLE, not Backlash, not Backlash, not a main event. Do it at SummerSlam.
Wait, it's Backlash. It's Backlash.
But do it
I
at
agree with you. I agree with you, seriously. But I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't know what she does. I think it was cryptic. It leaves a lot of us wondering and speculating what she could be doing. Is she going back home? Is she just going to leave WWE? What have you? But if it is a good way to go out, just from the standpoint she's going out against Io. I couldn't ask for a better dance partner to go out with and carry the torch for what she did for Japanese women in the States, and passing the torch to somebody who we arguably think is probably the best wrestler on the planet. You can at me if you want, Corey, because Corey always argues with me. Travis, what do you think about the match?
So I actually got to go here in a second because I got people here in the other room. But I just want to say this though about that. I agree with Stacey where so in a way, like I don't think she should have retired like at a major pay-per-view. Well, I do, but I don't think WWE ever like viewed her that way. You know what I mean? Like for like Rhea Ripley, sure, that's going to happen for her. For Liv Morgan, probably. Charlotte, yes. But WWE never treated Asuka or viewed her the way that like the fans do. Like we probably think that she deserves to go out like a big thing and whatever. Like, so I could see this being it. And yeah, it's a full circle thing for her too, because she gets to wrestle Io. And for me, I agree with Stacey. I wasn't expecting Kyrie just because I feel like what Stacey says, I think TKO is just, they just mean business now. Like, it's just like, they're not going to listen to fans outcries to bring people back anymore. Like, I think it's like, nah, we will let you go. And that's it. Because if you brought Kyrie back, what was it going to do? Like, was it just to bring her back to finish this? And then what? Kyrie never really had a great WWE career. Like, to be honest, like she won the tag titles, but she barely ever won matches. She never won any other titles. And so why would TKO spend the money? You know what I mean? Like they just, and then for Asuka, I mentioned this in a video I did on my channel. I've been saying that I think Asuka is like soon to go. Like she's up there. She's like 40 or whatever it is.
Yeah,
like
she's over 40 years old. I mean, she
yeah,
has a family
which you don't
like
realize.
So it's not like
yeah. And like TKO's been making an effort to release people, and they've been saying it's because they want to get younger. And honestly, after this program with Io, what does Asuka do? She's going to sit around doing nothing again. Basically, right. I would put money on that. She's not going to really do anything. She's not going to be mid card for the title. She's going to be chilling. So TKO is going to start doing this, I feel like. And this is why I mentioned the other day, I feel like LA Knight is probably in the same boat pretty soon. I could see LA Knight going, dude. I really could.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
They teased a feud with him and Gunther, and then they just pulled the rug out from under that. They gave Gunther to Cody, and now Knight's been gone for like 2 weeks off from Monday Night Raw. I think they're going to phase him out, and I think they're just going to let him go. And I could see them doing that with Asuka and other people who are older in their terms, and they don't have anything for it. It's like, why pay this person to sit around and do nothing, especially if they're over 30 or close to 40, whatever it may be, whatever. But anyway, I liked the match. I thought it was fine. I thought it was good. I'm happy that Asuka got to, if this was it, I agree with Stacey. I hope that if it's her last match in WWE, I hope it's just that. And I hope she gets to go somewhere else and wrestle, because I think Asuka still has a lot to offer. And I would like to see her in almost anywhere, really. I would love to see her. She's one of my favorites. But I think that this might be it for her. And I'm happy it was a good match. And I think it's a good way to wrap it up if it was. And I just wish she did get to go out a little bit better than that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, absolutely. But no, you're absolutely right. But she deserved her time. You don't realize how old she is because you just don't think about it until you bring it up. Like, oh wow, she is over 40. So
plus she looks amazing.
Yeah, she does.
She looks amazing. She had a whole ass career before she came over.
Yeah, for sure.
She's been here a while. So then it's like, like I would love for her to like go back to Stardom or something like that, like to kind of finish it off over there. Like have her actual real retirement match. Well, she'll definitely get her flowers in Japan of its last retirement.
Literally,
like,
yeah,
Travis, like literal flowers in the ring.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They do a great job over there. So yeah, I can't wait to see that. But it's sad that we're getting to that point where a lot of people, it's going to be the changing of the guard. To your point, and it's going to be the youth movement and some of the vets that we love and cling to. We just can't cling to them anymore. So it is what it is. Corey, what did you think about the match, real quick?
I think it was incomplete, and if this is Asuka's last match with the company, it's a F, because they could have waited 2 weeks to release Kyrie, and they could have had the whole blowout of the story they fed me for the last year and a half. The wrestling was fine, but I can't get on board if that's her last match, because you let Kyrie go 2 weeks before the match for what? Yeah. So can't get that. So I hope it's not her last match. Like, I want to, even if she runs it back with EO, I would like. Well, actually, I take it back. I do hope it's her last match with the company, because they treated her like crap since she got here. After her feud with Charlotte, when they made her lose to Charlotte when she was dominating everybody else, and it's been downhill since then. So I hope she leaves. I hope she goes somewhere that makes her happy, and I hope she continues her career because she's one of the best. I don't treat her like that.
Okay, that's fair. That's totally fair. I mean, to me, the match of the night, Oscar was probably the best match. Close second, very close second, if not the best match of the night, was Danhausen and Mini Danhausen. It's just he turned himself off. Oh man, it was pure comedy. I don't think we need to get into it. We all loved it. Corey hated it. We'll probably talk about it for another 30 minutes. We kind of touched on it in the beginning. Unless Minihausen, you want to talk about it really fast before we move on.
I'm not gonna lie. I was a little disappointed of the reveal of the partner. I thought it was gonna be
literally
not that.
Little.
I thought it was
Cola Man.
I thought it was going to be different than that. But as the match went on, I was like, you know what? This is actually very entertaining and just goofy. Honestly, what could have been better? Like, you're going to bring Punk in for that? You're going to bring Royce Keys in for that? You're going to bring in, I mean, who are you going to bring in for that? That's a goofball match, and that's just what it is. Like, you don't want to bring in like a big time. I mean, what would you really want? I'm happy that it was more entertaining this way than just a straight up 2-on-2 match. Well, a match like that with Kit Wilson and Danhausen, it shouldn't be just a straight up regular 2-on-2 tag match. Like I want to see some dumb stuff happen, and that's exactly what happened. But it turned out being it turned out being I liked it. I actually thought it was really cool. I thought it was funny. They should have been disqualified with all the Mini-Hausens attacking Kit, but I'm just gonna say.
I mean the multiple Mini-Hausens. I mean, you throw the Mini-Hausen in the cloning machine, and then when the multiple Mini-Hausens came out, I was like, absolute cinema, like Scorsese.
This is my issue though. See, y'all wanted to force it on me, right? Like y'all wanted me to just enjoy it. The way Travis just described it and what he wanted to see from it, I'm cool with. Travis said, I wanted to see some goofy stuff. That makes sense to me. Y'all are just like, oh, you just refusing to have fun. And this is what wrestling used to be. No. Just tell me you wanted to see some goofiness. And I'd be like, all right, well, hey.
Well, Corey, from here on out.
But Corey, when we say, hey, man, we're enjoying this, like, no, y'all not. If y'all like it, I love it. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
see, this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. When Travis get on here, Corey straightens up and
my boy,
right.
My boy.
When Travis not
Travis
here,
my dog.
We stand strong.
Sorry, mom, I'm sorry, but this man is really trying to get me out of my element. You trying to really hate on me because the Travis here. Oh, I get it, and you wanted Goofy. Oh, that's fine. That's
Travis,
great.
my dog.
When Travis not here, y'all some stupid. If y'all like
Travis brings the world together. Wicked brings the world together.
Yeah,
friendly Hausens.
That's right. It's very evil, very wicked. And Corey feeds into it. It's ridiculous.
Hey,
anyway.
let me before I go, let me just say this so that we can all get back on the same page. All right.
Here we go. He can raise. I'm
being for real. I don't want us to argue, so I'm just gonna throw it out there. I just want us to acknowledge our desperate ass tribal chief. Let's go.
Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
I already knew where he was going.
Exactly.
Let it go.
Thank you, Minnie Hazen, aka Wicked Bitter. Go follow him on all his socials. He's great. Great fan of the show.
I knew he was coming.
Yeah, exactly. That's why he left too. He left. We got it out and left. But listen, that match could have been on a SmackDown or even on a probably maybe Saturday Night Main Event. Maybe that's the nice way to put it, but like not on a PLE. Like I said, I think I said it, Corey or Steve, you agreed that the six person or six female match on SmackDown was better than what we could have got there, but neither here nor there. It's still fun. It's still entertaining. I get it. Very nice, very evil, very entertaining. Very much makes Corey mad. So that's it makes me happy. But our tribal chief defended and retained the World Heavyweight Championship. I think they did a good job of making Jacob dangerous. I wish they fed into the idea a little bit more that Jacob didn't belong here, because if you guys remember when the Bloodline feud started, the Civil War started, and Jay was in the ring with all them, and it's like, why'd you have to get him? We didn't bring him in here. We didn't want him in here. And, like Jay was saying that about Jacob, right? Last year before Survivor Series.
Did you see the end of the show? Did you see the end of the show?
Yes, yes. That's what I'm saying.
But you saw Roman, right?
That's what I'm saying. So
they fed into it.
I wish they fed into that a little bit more coming into it, but now you got that, and now I like where they're going with it. That Jay started. It's like, why'd you have to bring him? I mean, there's a reason we stayed away from him, and now you see why, because he's dangerous, and they're making him into this dangerous heel that, and now when the tribal chief says this is your last night, it might be your last night. Serious, I know you hate it, so go ahead.
It's not that I hate it. This should have been where they went with Jacob to begin with. Remember, we talked about this so many different times. They turned him way too soon. You feel me? And so now it feels as though they're trying to, edit undo and turn him into this uncontrollable heel monster that runs through and, destroys everybody. And it's a miss for me, especially with this particular opponent, right? Because again, there was no shot in the world that Roman was losing, which is why I hated the whole championship belt thing to begin with. Now what do they do?
Yeah.
Now what do they do? Right? And so, well, if you believe and if you hear what Roman said going up the ramp after, the whole match ended, then yeah, you probably would be correct. But this is WWE and TKO. Like, what are we doing here? So, I felt as though the match had potential. I felt as though both guys attempted to tell a solid story. But because I knew the end result of it, I was not as invested in this particular matchup as I felt as though I should be. I was more entertained by the ending, and the theatrics after than I was the actual in-ring performance and the in-ring match. We was in the chat talking about how slow it got off, and again, Roman matches are like that. We were talking about who will come out and get involved, and nobody really came out and got involved or anything like that. I expected potentially another Fatu or another Samoan to show up because it's Backlash and that's what they do.
Like his brother, right? Zilla.
Yeah.
Is that his brother, Steve? Serious?
I don't think it's his brother.
I think it's like his cousin, another cousin.
Right. Yeah, I think they're cousins.
Yeah, but
Zilla is Umaga's son.
Yes, is his son. Yeah.
But that will make Jacob's cousin, right?
Cousin. Yep.
Cousin.
Yeah. So, but anyway, we're arguing semantics, talking semantics. But anyways, I mean, I'm surprised that didn't take place. I'm surprised the Usos didn't come down and come for the stage at the end there or whatever the case may be. So they left meat on the bone. And if this is where they go, at the Saturday main event, or if they do this in Italy or whatever the case may be, then we will see. But if I had to give it a grade, it'd probably be a C, because again, I knew the outcome before this match even kicked off. So
I think the outcome was, it was a foregone conclusion, but I like how they put it together. I think we forgot when they brought in Jacob, he was this unstoppable beast. He was Solo's pit bull that, was indestructible. And they and I think we said it too for a couple weeks, not that they fumbled the character, but they made the character look weak a little bit. And I like how Roman, because Roman can do it, makes him look stronger and now makes him look dangerous. And now to your point, you have a lot of meat on this bone now, because when the tribal chief says you're done, and like he's like, his promo a week ago is like, you're beneath me. Like, it's nepotism to put you in a match. Now he's like, now I'm paying attention to you, and now I'm taking you out. Like, not because you what you did in this match. So I like where they're going with it. kayfabe, Coach, talk to me about this main event match.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed the match. I mean, I enjoyed like the again. I guess to Sirius's point is like the setup for the future is what had me more invested than the actual match. Because like I said in the group chat, I was like, to be continued in Minneapolis. You know, this will not be the last time we see these two in the ring. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if this goes on a little bit longer than that. I mean, because again, it's like with this story, with the bloodline story, it is the greatest story ever told, right, Corey? Like it is, it's you can just continue to branch out and do this. Yeah, it's like absolute cinema.
I don't appreciate. I don't appreciate the giggle. You was right. Greatest story ever told. You ain't got to giggle.
So it's a situation where, like I said, with Jacob, as far as Jacob goes, like when he came in with the "I love you" solo and all this stuff like that, and he was just so like, and then but what they didn't expect, he became super popular.
Yep.
Yeah.
And people really liked him, and then like they kind of tried to kind of make him like like we talk about heels and faces. They tried to like put a face on him and stuff like that, and it didn't really work. I mean, well, it worked because people loved him, and I mean, you can see when he's doing the promos, and people are like, all gas, no breaks with it. People are like they're eating on every word. So he has the crowd and stuff like that. But I mentioned this a couple weeks ago where I was like, I like the more slow, deliberate, menacing promo style from Jacob, because I felt like there was a point in time where he was talking too fast, and you know what I'm talking about, and this is that, and then Jacob 5-2 is doing it. I like the, hey man, I'm trying to feed my family. It brings more like he feels more dangerous. He feels more like this guy might actually try to hurt me, and it brings him back to like the original arc for his character, and I'm all for that. And then of course what happened after the match sets up things down the line. I just want to say this with the dirt sheets and stuff like that. I mean, look, we all see this stuff, whatever like that, and I feel like sometimes we put way too much stock into it. It's like, oh, like I heard Zilla was getting a smoothie at the Smoothie King 2 blocks away from the arena. He might show up tonight. This that. Like we just Kyrie Zane's in Tampa. Like so, we're not gonna pay attention to this wonderful match, this beautiful match that these two women put on because we're waiting for Kyrie. It's like it is what it is at this point. But I said that to say this, where it's like this was a match where this was just the beginning, guys. Again, it's like the bloodline saga is the base, and what we're seeing now is the little branches of the tree.
Right.
Yes.
This is another branch of the bloodline tree that we're going off on, and hey, I'm here for it.
No, absolutely. Stacey, get in where you fit in on this match.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with Coach. I think I also love the intentionality and the levity that Fatu's character is bringing, because I mean, he came in and we were like, oh my gosh, he's going to be a monster heel, and everybody went, wait, hold up, we love this guy so much, right? So he had all these other things that happened, and then we had him with Drew for a little while, which we loved. Right? We saw him dibble dabble everywhere, but the reality is the only way that we were going to get him to be a quote unquote villain, which I agree, there's no villains, heels and faces anymore right now. The only thing that would have worked for him is exactly this. Who do you put him against where people are like, oh wow, he is crazy, or he is going to do something unhinged? It's against Roman. And I love that this was a great spot, because, and I know that Sirius is like, it's not believable. It's been pretty believable for me from the beginning, simply because when you got a guy that people love, and he is a face, and he is beloved, and we're watching him go with Drew and all the things, and Drew's hated or whatever, the only thing that's going to turn somebody is desperation, right? And desperation will turn any man to do anything for their family. So I love that piece. So I love to see, to your point, Coach, him going from being intense, all gas, no breaks, right, to levity, to seriousness, to I know you're my family, but this has got to stop. And he really laid heavy into that tonight post-match because we knew, and I get it, I know that he was going to lose. Sometimes I watch a match knowing what the outcome is going to be. I would say for all of us, 75% of the time we watch matches knowing who's going to win or lose, right? Mm-hmm. We go into these matches. That's why we do what we do. That's why we prediction. That's why many times, especially in main matches, we really know. Very rarely on this show are we surprised, right? Very rarely do we walk away from a PLE and go, I cannot believe that's how that match ended. I cannot believe he won. I cannot believe he lost. We don't. We know.
Right.
So understanding this match is no different than the majority of the matches we watch. For me, it was the work that was put in. And I agree, Coach, the time afterwards. This is the beginning. This is it just adds to you plant a seed, you see a little bit of roots, you got to have some water, you got to have some fertilizer. This was just a continuation of that to me. And I love that. I thought the match was good. Again, I'll give it a C because this is a baby PLE. This is not a big deal PLE. But I'm just excited for what's going to happen now because we do have, and we talked about this in the chats, there is so much going on in the next month and a half. We have a Saturday main event, right? Then we have a PLE at the beginning of the month in May or June. Then we have another PLE at the end of June. Like we've got a lot going on over this next little bit that they've got to feed storylines.
Right.
They've got to give us content to sell tickets, to get people to go, to get people to watch. And watching this with them is great. And understanding that I'm glad Usos didn't come in because I love that this is mano y mano right now because it needs to be, because that still gives Jacob that monster feel. And then this also fuels Roman's side together. So I thought it was great. And I was glad the Usos didn't come in.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you on that. I think it makes him more dangerous that Roman couldn't do it by himself. Or, like he had to do it, that kind of feel. So,
and it gives power to both.
Yeah.
It gives power to both. No shenanigans means they can still duke this out, and it becomes even more intense in their battle.
Because now you have a longer storyline because, like you said, Roman's not going to Clash in Paris to defend the title, right? So, the next time he'll defend either Night of Champions or SummerSlam, right? Mm-hmm. So you gotta have these what Corey? What?
He's scheduled to be in Turin. He's scheduled on the entire European tour right now.
He is. Okay.
Yeah, he's back on it. He retweeted it. He's not going to Champions. He retweeted once all the beef went out. He put back in that he actually is on the Raw circuit and Clash in Turin now. He's supposed to be in Clash in Turin and the European Raws. Just not at Clash.
Okay, so guys, listen, I've been mostly out of it this week. This is why Sirius is mad at me because I'm screwing up big time. I just don't know what's going on. I apologize. I thank you guys so much for correcting me. It's been a rough week.
I think it was Thursday because we thought that he pulled it because that's why we went ahead and that's why we have tickets now to Raw in Paris because Roman is actually scheduled to be there now, which is the beginning he was, and then he wasn't. Now he's back again. So
I didn't miss that. I didn't miss that.
What time y'all getting off the boat?
Well, we don't get off the ship on the 31st till middle of the day.
Is it before the coronation?
You know what? No. We're not doing this. We're not doing this. She out here slow bragging. No, we're not doing this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, is it before when you get off the boat, they hand you the bouquet of roses and they do the whole coronation for you, or is it after that?
Of a train ride and a plane ride to get to Turin from Rome for us to make it. So.
Oh shit!
Private train.
Look, let me get this in real quick so I can get the hell out of here because Stacey's killing me. Look. The match was decent. The storytelling was A+. We know where they're going.
Yeah.
That the fact that Sirius is shaking his head is because he knows I'm right. We know where they're going. In 30 minutes, Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns turned Jacob into a superstar. And I'm always going to give credit to Paul Heyman because no matter whatever Roman is doing, Paul Heyman got his fingerprints on.
Absolutely.
They turned Jacob into a believable superstar heel in 30 minutes.
That you need. That we've
And
been
now,
missing. We've been complaining.
Exactly. We all agreed they ruined Jacob's character on SmackDown. They turned him too soft. And Roman and Heyman saw that and they said, "We'll fix him," and they fixed him.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have
that's how you do it.
Exactly. So now you have a superstar heel who, after he's done with Roman for the summer, if you need one on SmackDown, you can send him back over there. If you need one on Raw,
Gunther's there now.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But if you need, but if you need
true.
one on, but your favorite thing to talk about is injuries. We might lose somebody
for real.
Jacob can fill in anywhere. He's a superstar now. He's made, and he's only going to get bigger in the next month and a half dealing with Roman and Jacob and Jay and Jimmy, because they're all involved. So he's going to get bigger.
Can I say I actually do like Gunther going to SmackDown? I actually kind of like that.
I do too, because it clears the way. It clears the way for the eventual Oba Roman. There's no distraction of Gunther being there.
Yep.
Right.
So, but I was laughing because Travis brought it up. Serious, we're pushing Oba further and further back because we got Bronson Reed coming back. He's going to get into it with Roman eventually. You're going to get Braun probably. Oba's not seeing a title match till Mania, dog.
No, I'm glad.
Can I say something about that? Here's the reality. We just talked about this in the last 10 minutes. We talked about Jacob Fatu. He came in as a monster, right? And then they didn't know what to do with him. So you just said it, Corey. They made him weak. If they push him too quick, they will do the same thing with Oba that they did with Jacob that then I was trying to fix.
I think they're going to do
the same thing.
I think they're trying to do it right now, and they need to stop.
To do it.
Yep. Yeah, they've already say what you want. They've already cooled Oba off.
Yeah, they have.
I don't think they cooled him.
Oba's not what Oba was at the end of Mania.
That's not true, because if you're John
that is entirely true. That is entirely true.
No, I disagree with it just for the fact that if John Cena's out there talking about whatever tournament he's in, you win, but you lose, but you win and you lose, and they're chanting Oba's name.
Why does Cena bring Oba up? Why? If he's
because
so
that's
over,
probably the logical guy that wins that championship.
No. Cena brought him up because they know they've accidentally cooled him off.
There's no reason why Oba Femi should be doing open challenges to knuckleheads on the Raw roster. No,
I tend to agree with that.
Not now.
I tend to agree with that.
It was feasible before Brock. You can't do it after Brock.
They should never have done Brock at Mania.
At this point,
but that's they needed. Brock wanted Oba. That's what he wanted. And I can guarantee you TKO and ESPN wanted over Brock.
Well, look, I put it to you like this. At this point, and I know this is the last thing I'll say, but this is I'd get to Roman and Jacob at SummerSlam, and at the end of the match, I'd have Oba kill everybody in the bloodline.
Yeah. Just come out and decimate them. That'd be great.
And we're building from there.
Oh God.
I'll be on board with that.
You go in there, you destroy Jacob, you destroy Roman, you beat the Usos down. If Zilla got a problem, you beat him down too. You turn him into the monster that we know he is, and you build the rest of the year off of him beating the hell out the bloodline to get to Roman.
Yep.
Okay.
That'd be great.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I thought the match was solid. I thought the ending was much better. I thought Roman's promo was even better. I love how Roman just. I mean, and it's funny when you watch that match 10 years ago, they're booing Roman out the building. It's the same match. It's the same style, but Roman is Roman, and he tells such a great story with his eyes, with his expressions, with it. Sure. He does such a great job that we love it now. So, I think Jacob was the right pick. I think Jacob can do the work. He's always put on good matches. I think they did neuter him and I don't think they did it on purpose. I think, to your point, we just liked him and we wanted to cheer for him because he finally turned on Solo. And once he finally turned on Solo, he kind of got a little softer. He kind of got, got that pop, and we wanted to like him. And I think you just got to make him that monster.
It's humanity. So now they're using his humanity
Yeah.
To make him to make him hated again.
Yeah.
So that was actually the perfect arc now. Is
Yep.
they gave him his humanity by us loving him when he turned on Solo. And now we use the humanity of him and the need for his family to make him against Roman, and it works.
Yeah, it works for me. So, and they can tell. See, to the guy's point, the bloodline will feed families. I don't care what Travis says. I love him, but the bloodline will feed families. There's so much you can do with this storyline. It never ends. It's like that 40-year-old soap opera, Days of Our Lives. It won't stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just can't stop. So I thought the PLE was I thought it was a C. I thought it could have been a lot better, but it's Backlash. So if they do this at SummerSlam, we got a big problem. And they did it in night one at WrestleMania, so we had a problem. I'm good. I think we got a lot of meat on this bone. I don't think it's worth talking about the John Cena challenge because I don't think I understand it. Serious, I think you explained it. It's serious. If you want to explain it in the next 2 minutes, and then we can get out of here.
We can say that for Monday.
Okay, let's save that for Monday because I hopefully by then we get a little bit more details of it. It's seriously like. Not seriously. It's really like Get Rich or Die Trying. I was wrong, but I was right. But if I was right, because I could have been wrong. Like if you win, you lose. But if you lose, you can win, and then you get a championship. But do the women get the same championship? Do the women fight the men? I don't get it. I just don't get it. But he did mention Sol Ruka. That was good. So I don't know, man. I don't know what's gonna happen. But listen. Great reaction. Thank you, everybody, so much for listening to us, for rocking with us. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but you decided to hang with us on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter. Our pages are popping. We're doing a lot of content. We appreciate everybody that's listening to the Hard Truths Backlash reaction show here with us live. Corey Housen, our favorite resident controversial one. Get us out of here, my brother.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all. Catch us on Wednesdays, YouTube, Spotify, Facebook, all that. Check us out Monday night, 49er show. I'll see y'all there.
Absolutely. The Queen, her study, Miss Stacey Chaos, aka Queen Housen, in the building. Thank you so much for coming. You're always a bright light on my cloudy days. It was raining a lot here. It was a crazy day, but get us out of here.
Yeah, another great night. Love hard truths. Sometimes we got to tell hard truths, no matter how hard they are. Can't wait. We're back to our regular scheduled programming on Wednesday night, Backstage Business, 9 p.m. Eastern. Got lots of things coming up this week. Can't wait to see you all. Love you, fam.
Thank you, Stace. Oh, man, it's going to be a crazy week. I'm back at it. I'm back in the saddle again. So I didn't have a week off. It was a crazy week, but thank you guys, Stacey and Sirius, for holding us down, man. Great week of shows, great week of content. You guys did a great job. Sirius,
yeah,
the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Cutoff, aka doing this thing like Martin. Switch!
Man, what's going on, big dog? It's your boy Sirius repping up 412 and the 703. Such a pleasure doing this show with these people on tonight. Yo, first and foremost, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers that are out there. Tomorrow's Mother's Day. Go get your mother some flowers if she's around, man. I know these times it's hard for those that may have lost, but the queen herself, moms, I love her ever so much. I hope the Junior and my other little nephew do something nice for her. Maybe Senior go buy her something nice or whatever. Who knows? They're going to Italy. Forget that. No, she gets nothing. They're going to Italy. Forget she gets nothing. Anyways, shout out to everybody who's been rocking with us, man. We got a lot of stuff coming down the pike, man. Next week, we are back in the business. We got the Monday 49er show, Tuesday Total Sports, Wednesday Backstage Business, man. I'm not too sure. A Nick's show may or may not be in the works, man. These guys are smacking people in the head and taking names, man. As my man would say, bong, bong. So shout out to them for doing their thing. So we turned the Total Sports show into a mini launch pad. We may have to fire that thing up here in a couple weeks, man. But there's a lot of stuff coming out, man. Thanks to all our friends for rocking with us, man. Our friends over at Nonsense and Deep Thoughts Podcast, my boy Trav over at the Playbook Podcast, Wrestling Mamas, Wicked Bitter, Kayla Kayfabe, who I'm forgetting people, man. Sydney, Virginia. and so many other people that have been rocking with us, coming through and just, spreading love, man. I always say this table's big enough for everybody. Get in where you fit in. Yeah, I mean, with that being said, I always close out my shows like this. God is good, even though sometimes people are not, man. God bless. Catch you guys next week, man. Peace.
Absolutely, man. Listen, thank you so much, everybody, for rocking with us, man. We had a great week, a lot of content for you, and next week will be no different. I'm sure we will do a Knicks show. I'm not sure when, but it's in the pipeline. We're getting that together. But listen, you got the 49er show to hold you down. You got Total Sports. That's our regular show every Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Backstage Business, where we get into the wrestling biz every Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, you got content and we got stuff for you. So I appreciate everybody rocking with us. Listen, the ring is broken down. Everybody's filed out of the building. There's empty popcorn boxes all over the place. We're packed up. All the trucks are in the Danhausen truck, and we're getting ready to go to the next town. So I appreciate everybody rocking with us. Don't forget, support your neighborhood villain. But if you don't have one, you got one here. And I'll see you guys next week. Peace.